Whether you aspire to be a farmer or already own farmland, you'll want to keep watching. Some people own farmland without farming it, while others farm without owning the land. This property offers the opportunity to do either or both. This could be your first farmland investment, or you may be looking to expand an existing portfolio. Whether you have billions to invest or you're just starting out with a modest budget, there's valuable insight to be gained from the current owner. After decades of building this remarkable property, a rare opportunity now exists to add this trophy farm to your family's legacy and become its new stewards. Hello, this is Tori with LANDIO. The property we're about to show you is a true trophy in every sense of the word. It is the gold medal, the pinnacle, the peak, or whatever attribute you want to use to describe true greatness. And wait till you hear the size of this property, which means that greatness is multiplied by magnitudes. And on top of all that, this farm is profitable. And because this farm is profitable, it is significantly more desirable and valuable. If you're new to farming and agribusiness, you may think, well, isn't every farm profitable? The answer is probably fewer than you think. And the next logical question would be, if they're not profitable, how do they stay in business? And that's certainly a legitimate question. The answer is a little complicated, but I'll give you the Cliff Note version. Government subsidies, crop insurance, and other methods are used to keep many farms in operation. Just because a farm is not profitable at the moment, or even historically, does not prevent the farm from being profitable in the future. Perhaps changes to the crops being grown and harvested can make the farm profitable, or perhaps just leasing out the land to a tenant farmer is the route to go. There are a lot of options to explore and a wealth of information available online. And just because a farm may not be profitable does not mean the farm is without value. In fact, a lot of the value of the farm is the actual land itself. You may have heard a quote attributed to farmers where they will describe themselves as land rich and cash poor. Farmland values have experienced consistent appreciation over time and are often viewed as a vehicle for conservative wealth preservation and growth. Even if you were to have no farming done on the land and just leave it the way it is naturally, the farmland still likely has significant value and desirability. And there are a lot of buyers out there looking for farmland just like that. If you have a farm, whether large or small, profitable or unprofitable, or a farm that's not even being planted at the moment, and you'd like to sell that farm, I'm confident we can help increase the probability of that farm selling by utilizing LANDIO's marketing services. If you, a family member or friend, have farmland that you're looking to sell, or perhaps you may be an agent or broker with a listing that needs exposure to a new audience, head on over to our website, landio.com, and on the top of every page you're going to see a sell button. Click that sell button. This will direct you to a simple form. It only takes a couple minutes to complete. And at the end of that form, there's a button where you can schedule a free call with us to discuss your property and the process. Now back to this massive, profitable turnkey farm in Texas. The farm's profitability is verifiable through the last few years of tax returns, which the listing broker will share with you upon completion of a simple NDA to protect the privacy of the seller, their business, and finances. This farm is also a story of inspiration and motivation. The owner created this profitable trophy farm from scratch over multiple decades through dedication, ingenuity, creative strategy, and hard work. The owner's name is Obi, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, but with an E on the end, spelled O-B-I-E. And Obi made a decision at one point to take the road less traveled. Obi chose a specialty crop, and as of today, this farm is the only farm in the United States that commercially produces this specialty seed. This farm is vertically integrated to plant, grow, harvest, dry, clean, and package the specialty seed for sale and distribution around the world. We'll go into the specialty crop in just a moment, but first I want to share the farm's size with you. Okay, are you ready for this? Drum roll, please. The acreage of this profitable turnkey farm in Texas is 10,648 acres. Yes, you heard that correctly. 10,648 acres. To put the size of that 10,648 acres into perspective, that's the equivalent of 16.63 sections, a section being 640 acres. And with a section being a square mile, that means that this farm is 16.63 square miles. We'll give you an East and West Coast comparison on that size as it relates to a city. West Covina, California, has a population of nearly 110,000. Its total land area is 16.09 square miles, which is smaller than this farm. On the East Coast, Hartford, Connecticut, which was founded in 1635, is 17.3 square miles and has a population of over 120,000 people. That's a lot of land. And we want to clarify that that is deeded acreage. Sometimes you'll see these large farms or ranches offered for sale, and it will say 5,000 acres or 10,000 acres. But the majority of that land is leased from the state or the federal government. Sometimes on these large acres properties for sale, the deeded acreage may be only a couple hundred acres. But with this farm, all of that 10,648 acres is deeded acreage. And all of the water rights are owned by the seller and conveyed to you as the new buyer. The land features strong, fertile, sandy loam soil, ideal for raising cattle and producing sorghum, wheat, corn, cotton, and hay grazer. There's a state-of-the-art irrigation system with brand new 2024 valley pivots. 8 of the 9 pivot wells were drilled in 2024. And sorghum alum isn't just any crop. Some say it is the future of sustainable farming. With minimal water requirements and maximum yield potentials, this plant is a game changer for livestock feed and agricultural resilience. And this farm is at the forefront of that change. So just imagine owning the only farm in the United States that specializes in producing sorghum alum seeds, one of the most sought-after drought-resistant crops in agriculture today. This farm holds a unique position in the industry, offering an exclusive opportunity to dominate a niche market. This farm is already profitable and is the sole producer of sorghum alum seeds in the country, with established clients and growing demand from the agricultural sector. It's more than just operational, it is thriving, ready for the next visionary to take it to even greater heights. This farm is equipped with state-of-the-art infrastructure, efficient irrigation, and advanced harvesting systems that help to maximize yields in this high-quality soil. All the tools are here to continue, expand, or even diversify the operation, making this an opportunity that's both profitable and scalable. And let's talk about that future potential. As global demand for drought-resistant crops rises, sorghum alum is positioned as a solution to the challenges of climate change and water scarcity. You're literally stepping into a turnkey operation with incredible growth possibilities. The sandy loam soil and area's average annual rainfall ranging between 17 to 21 inches create the conditions suitable for other cash crops that grow well in this environment. These include alfalfa, millet, sunflowers, peanuts, cotton, black beans, pinto beans, and chickpeas. One could go through the process of obtaining an organic certification for a small or large portion of the farm. You could also start small and scale it up over time. The demand for organic food continues to rise, and if you buy organic food for you and your family, you know firsthand that the prices continue to rise as well. Human consumption of sorghum goes back centuries, and it is at its early stages of a resurgence and wider adoption for several reasons. Sorghum is naturally gluten-free, making it an excellent choice for people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity. Sorghum is high in dietary fiber, which aids in digestion, helps regulate blood sugar levels, and supports heart health. Sorghum is rich in essential vitamins and minerals like magnesium, iron, phosphorus, and B vitamins, which are important for energy production, bone health, and red blood cell formation. Sorghum is high in antioxidants and rich in protein. Sorghum, also referred to as milo, is used to produce flour, pasta, bread, tortillas, and cereals. Sorghum can be used as a hot breakfast cereal and substitute for oatmeal. Sweet sorghum is used to produce a syrup similar to molasses. Our family has been eating popped sorghum for years. We feel it is superior to popcorn in many ways, and this is coming from someone whose grandfather grew popping corn and regularly made fresh popcorn on the stove in a giant pot. You knew the popcorn was ready when it started pushing up the lid off the pot as it began to overflow, the freshly popped airy kernels calling for a drizzle of oil and a pinch of salt. A couple of things I prefer about popped sorghum over popcorn is the even and consistent kernel size after it is popped. One of the most frustrating things about popcorn is getting the holes stuck in your teeth, and that does not happen with popped sorghum. Nature Nate's is the brand of popped sorghum that our family prefers, and it's made here in the United States. They have several flavors including avocado oil sea salt, coconut oil sea salt, rosemary garlic, and 2 cheesy versions, with one of them being vegan. Based on some of the information I saw on Nature Nate's, their sales have nearly doubled in the past year. You can purchase Nature Nate's popped sorghum on Amazon. We'll put a link in the description below. By ordering through the link, it helps support our channel. This farm also generates revenue through the growth of other crops, hunting leases, grazing leases, and conservation efforts. You'll find abundant wildlife throughout the property, including American antelope, mule deer, white-tailed deer, sandhill cranes, blue quail, dove, bobcats, and coyotes. The current owners have sold hunting leases and guided hunts on the property every year. The farm has also provided the mule deer and antelope portion for the Texas Big Game Texas Slam hunts that have taken place on this property. The current owners participate in the Managed Lands Deer Program, which offers extra tags, extended seasons, and more harvest opportunities. And these can all transfer to the new owners if the program requirements are met. We've used the word turnkey throughout this presentation because this farm is equipped with everything you need to start immediately. All farm equipment, tools, and machinery from the tractors and trucks to the seed cleaners are included. Plus, the native pasture land features robust fencing and top-notch livestock amenities. There are also 3 homes and a furnished hunting lodge on the property. There's also 3 large warehouse barns on the property with a combined total square footage of 41,400 square feet. There's 3 newer equipment/hay sheds, each of those being 7,000 square feet under the roof line for a combined total of 21,000 square feet. There's an 1,800 square foot enclosed metal storage barn, 12,000 gallon off-road diesel storage tank, and 2 1,000 gallon underground fuel tanks, one for gasoline and one for diesel. And the farm is equipped with GPS-enabled John Deere machinery. And there is a whole list of included equipment and additional details that the listing broker will provide. And we'll share his contact information with you in just a moment. But next we want to show you where the property is located. The farm is located in the panhandle of North Texas in Bailey County. It's about 27 miles southwest of Muleshoe, Texas, which has a population of over 5,000. In Muleshoe, there's a medical center, multiple grocery stores, Dollar General, and auto parts. A portion of the property is right along the Texas-New Mexico state line, and Portales, New Mexico is 37 miles to the northwest. Portales has a population of over 12,000. There you will find the Roosevelt General Hospital, Walmart, multiple grocery stores, building supplies, and Eastern New Mexico University. Lubbock, Texas is 81 miles to the southeast. Lubbock has a population of over 250,000. Pretty much anything you need you can find in Lubbock, including a hospital, Texas Tech University, Home Depot, Lowe's, Costco, Sam's Club, Walmart, Harbor Freight, Tractor Supply, Target, Natural Grocers, Sprouts. There's restaurants, professional services, and the Lubbock Preston Smith International Airport. For distances to other Texas cities you may know of, Amarillo, with a population of over 200,000, is about 2 hours to the northeast. The Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex is about a 6-hour drive from the property to the east, but there's also direct flights from the Clovis Regional Airport, located in Texaco, New Mexico, which is only 30 miles north of the farm. And then, of course, you have the International Airport in Lubbock, which is only 80 miles from the property. Austin, Texas is about a 7-hour drive to the southeast. You also have the multiple airport options near the property. San Antonio, Texas is about the same distance as Austin, just a little further to the southwest. And then Houston, Texas is about 9.5 hours to the southeast, but that time is greatly reduced if you were to use one of those nearby airports. This turnkey operation that includes all of the improvements, equipment, tools, and lucrative sorghum alum seed business is priced at $2,818 per acre. And if you shop farmland and you look at the price per acre, and you compare this to other regions, let's say, for example, in the Midwest, we've sold a few farms in Illinois, and some have sold for over $18,000 an acre. And that's without the equipment, that's without the specialty seed business, that's without the homes, without the hunting leases, without the grazing leases. And this entire operation, with everything included, again, is priced at $2,818 per acre. Now, because there's such a large number of acres, when you do the math, that pencils out to $30 million. Before you run to get your checkbook for the earnest money deposit, let me provide you with the contact information for the listing broker. He is a wealth of knowledge and does a lot of business in the area, and he'll be able to answer any questions that you have, and even some you might not have thought of. The listing broker is Corey Zant of Veritas Real Estate Company. You can call or text Corey anytime at 806-368-1295. Again, his number is 806-368-1295. If Corey happens to be with the client and is not able to pick up, you can also call his office. That number is 806-853-7355. Again, 806-853-7355. Then you can also reach Corey by email. His email is corey@veritaslandco.com. And Corey is spelled Corey. On behalf of myself, my family, and the entire team here at Landio, we are sincerely grateful for your continued support, and it is because of that support that we're presented with the opportunities to give amazing properties like this a voice. And if you have a property that needs a voice, go to our website, landio.com, and click that sell button on the top of any page. It will be an honor to connect and learn more about you and the property. Thank you, and God bless.
LANDIO.com